Hey everyone, Chris here, and in this video I'm going to review this Stolen Goat Climb and Conquer cycling jacket. So I like Stolen Goat as a brand. I have a lot of their stuff. In fact, this is a Stolen Goat jersey that I really like. A couple of their products don't quite do it for me though. The sunglasses aren't quite spot on, and this jacket isn't quite spot on, and we'll get into why that is in the video. For a lot of the part, it is a nice jacket, so it's well fitting, it's comfortable. It's got this lovely fleece lining on the inside, so it feels really nice, fits quite nice. Comes up nice comfortable neckline, and it comes in these awesome patterns, right? When I decided I was going to invest in a winter cycling jacket, I really wanted to get Stolen Goat because they do all these lovely designs. It's got quite some chunky arm sleeves, so generally my watch has to sit underneath. It's fine, it's good for keeping the weather out, so it's quite long. And you've got some large pockets at the back, possibly. I mean, they're quite big. They're not quite as stretchy as jersey pockets, but they're quite big. But whether you want to put your stuff in this or in the jersey pockets underneath, I'd give that some thought, because if you're cycling along in the wet and the rain and you've got stuff in here, then a lot of mud, a lot of water is going to fly in here. I've had to wash out my phone and my wallet and other stuff that's been in there because of all the spray. So you may want to wear a jersey underneath and wear this over the top and put your stuff in the jersey. Typically, you can pair this with a jersey, as I've done here, but typically I would probably go with a merino base layer and replace my jersey with this. And now I've got two layers that are both nicely insulated. That seems to work quite well at kind of like 4 or 5 degrees C. So all of that is good so far, right? Like, it's a nice, comfortable, warm jersey in this really nice pattern. So what's the issue? Well, the problem is that these seams are not taped. So generally, if you have like mandatory kit on a trail run, they'll all talk about taped seams, and what that means is they put a little bit of tape along the seams, because when you're sewing stuff together, that creates little holes and that lets water in, and that reduces the waterproofing because you've got all this nice waterproofing, but then it's not waterproof along the seams. Now, Stolen Goat said, well, it's not taped seams, but it really helps with the breathability and it'll hold up to most rain. But that hasn't been my experience, unfortunately. So I took it out for an hour in moderate rain. It was definitely more than light rain, but it wasn't like torrential rain. And I was only out there for an hour, which, if you're a big cyclist, you're probably out there for longer than an hour. And as you can see from the video I cut to now, quite a bit of water came through the seams. Like, it wasn't loads, but it was enough after an hour that I could feel the water, and I was getting cold. I was getting really cold by the end of that session. That was just 1 hour. So it just didn't really cut it for me, because I don't want to spend all this money on this really nice warm winter jacket that you can't use in the rain, because moderate rain will go through these seams. Now, if you wanted to, you could pair the jacket with a waterproof layer over the top. So I could put my jacket back on, and then I could take something like my Gore C5, which is really waterproof, and I could put this over the top, and it does just about fit. So then I'd have like my insulation layer, and I'd have my waterproof layer over the top. But I'd rather just have a jacket that was waterproof, to be honest, because then I don't have to mess around with waterproofing a winter jacket, which certainly here in the UK you would expect it to be raining a lot in winter anyway. So, bit of a shame, because it's a really nice jacket in many ways. It's comfortable, it's pretty warm, it's in these lovely colours, but because it doesn't have those tape seams, it doesn't quite cut it for me. Now I know Stone Goat have recently released a new version that is waterproof, I think, but it doesn't come in the fun colours and the fun designs, which is a bit of a shame. Now that I've bought this, I probably will use it on those kind of winter days that are dry and there's no rain predicted, but we're in the UK, just because there's no rain predicted doesn't mean it's not going to rain. So fairly limited use, which is a shame because it is otherwise a lovely jacket. Hopefully that was useful. If so, please give this video a thumbs up. If you want more cycling content, then hit the subscribe button, because my channel is all about cycling, triathlon, endurance sports, and I would love to see you in another video.